Once again, be war in the Middle East, as two men of the same nationality will be facing each other, and we will once again be witnessing history, as current undisputed champion Artur Beterbiev will once again be going up against former unified champion Dmitry Bivol on February 22nd in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'm your boy Mac, and as usual, I'll be handing this over to my co-hosts. Now, let's talk boxing.
It is now time to talk about one of the best and most infamous rematches in boxing history. Of course, I am talking about Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. As we know, both these pound-for-pound fighters gave it their best the first time around, and a lot of people had it for Dmitry Bivol to win the fight. A lot of people saw it that way, including myself, but, some people had it for Beterbiev. This is what makes rematches the best, because we know these two are top talents, top of the division, two best fighters in the planet, and they will be fighting for it all for the undisputed crown once again, February 22nd.
Now, this is a very important fight because this is going to determine the future of the light heavyweight division. If, one guy wins or the other guy wins, it's going to go in like two very different roads. Now that Benavidez has entered the division, it's just going to be a lot more interesting. And I feel like that in the first fight, I thought Bivol clearly won, but then when I rewatched it, I gave it to Beterbiev. It was a very close fight. One
thing I want to point out is I feel like, I see how the judges got it wrong. I don't want to say it was a full-on robbery, but I do feel like it was the wrong decision. A lot of the times judges, when they see the pressure fighter, the guy throwing more punches and the guy walking him down, they usually give those rounds to those type of fighters. A lot of people don't appreciate the sweet science, and I feel like if anybody had the better strategy and the better game plan, I feel like Dmitry Bivol was fighting his type of fight. A lot of the time I saw Dmitry Bivol fighting, coming in, coming out, throwing spurts, maybe 5 or 6 punches, then coming out. And every time that I saw Beterbiev, I felt like he got frustrated. He started unloading a lot of punches. That's one thing that impressed me most with Beterbiev is his output. This guy throws like 1,000 punches around.
Powerful shots.
But I feel like a lot of the time they were landing on Dmitry Bivol's gloves. Dmitry Bivol said that he was marked up, he was bruised, yes. But a lot of the time he got bruised because how tight his guard was to his face. You know what I mean? He was covering most of those shots. Beterbiev is very strong, but I feel like a lot of the punches didn't land.
Let me ask you this. How could Bivol overcome Beterbiev's power?
That's a hard one to say because I feel like we're going to see a very similar fight. Bivol, I feel like he's going to come in a little bit better condition, and I feel like he's going to be a little bit more of the aggressor this time around. It's not his type of fight to move. Beterbiev was saying he had an injury before that fight, and I think, he really does believe in himself. So I think Beterbiev might do more of the same thing. I don't see a lot of adjustments coming from Artur Beterbiev, but I just feel like Dmitry Bivol might try to make it more of a fight. More into a dog fight. In the first fight, very precautious. He was very good on defense. He didn't mess up at all. But I feel like now that he's taken Artur Beterbiev's best punches, I feel like he's going to feel more comfortable to trade in there. And I think that's what's going to make this a better fight. We could either see Bivol getting cracked on the chin and going to sleep, or we could possibly even see him hurt Artur Beterbiev, which I believe he did a couple times in the first fight.
I think it might be the battle of the jabs. He timed Beterbiev every time he came in, every time he opened up to throw a punch. Beterbiev, he used his jab to come in. Whoever uses their jab to its best display, it's going to be the winner of this fight.
They got really nothing to lose. I feel like Beterbiev's that fighter. We know he's undefeated, but I feel like Beterbiev doesn't. They don't have too much pride, in my opinion. You hear it all the time. Beterbiev say that he doesn't believe he's a great fighter.
They're disciplined fighters.
They're very disciplined, but I feel like that makes them so much better because they feel like they got nothing to lose, everything to gain. And in this fight, I feel like Bivol really wants to get that win, as well as Artur Beterbiev. Something's going to happen where one of the guys is going to get hurt. I feel like this fight, someone might just get knocked out.
I agree with you. I feel like that this is going to be more of a exciting ending. I feel like that first fight, it was boring for the first couple rounds. But this one, it might be just around 13, 14, and 15 and just, go on and we'll see how the ending is going to play out,
And one thing I will say is whoever wins this fight, we know they get all the glory in the world. And even the loser, I think the loser still doesn't really...
It opens up big fights, right?
It opens up the best fights. We got Benavidez in the division. We got a good fighter in Morel. We even got Canelo Alvarez one division below. And I feel like if Beterbiev somehow manages to win or even loses, I would love to see him fight Canelo Alvarez. I don't know why that fight's always interested me. I feel like, just the styles, I feel like it'd be a great fight. That's just a great fight in the making. And then we got Dmitry Bivol versus Beterbiev, which is possibly another great fight. All roads lead to glory, and this is going to be one of the best fights this year. Please make sure you guys tune in and let us know down below who you guys believe is going to be undisputed February 22nd, Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev. Thank you guys once again for tuning in. My name's Eric.
And I'm Alex.
And I'm your boy, Mac. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Pound for Pound Boxing channel. Please go make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we're out.